Hey everyone, welcome to our Monday night live stream. I am so excited that you are here. We are going to be working on two V-split tumblers and it's going to be a really good time. I see that Georgia is here and Selene is here. Let me know if you are here and you can hear me. And I, of course, love to see where you're from. Hi, Connie. I'm so glad you're here. Hi, Noelle. So today I am going to be doing the V-split style tumbler. We're actually going to do two different kinds, like two different styles. And we're going to use pattern vinyl. And I'm going to talk about even more possibilities that we have through this process. If you are here on the replay, make sure you comment and let me know that you're here. And you can also find timestamps underneath the video so you can kind of skip around to see what you need. Hello, Alison. This is my first live with you. Oh, I'm so glad you're here. We go live every Monday, mostly, except for last week. I missed you too, Kim. Let's see. Carrie is here. Hello, Linda. Hi, Kelsey. Hi, Shannon. Amy and Kim and Rhoda and Jacqueline, Amy. I think I said Amy multiple times, but that's okay. Love ya. Jacqueline is from Milwaukee. We're pretty close to each other. Hi, Leslie in Ontario, New Jersey. Yeah, this is super fun. So I have two pieces of pattern vinyl. They are both from North 80. Heidi has an Etsy shop called North 80. And she has really, really pretty patterns. And I love the quality of the vinyl. So this first one is just black and white roses. And the second one is some kind of like lilac and leopard print, actually, both of them. So I'm super excited. It is permanent vinyl. There's a link to her shop underneath the video. You don't have to use pattern vinyl. You can use glitter. You can use paint, like you can do anything you want. But today I'm going to use both of these pattern vinyls because last week the reason we weren't live is because I hosted my first ever Tumbler design challenge and it was so amazing and so inspiring. I just knew what I wanted to do with these after we got through with the week. So hi Sue, and I think I saw Jessica's here too, and Tina is here on her first live in Texas. Welcome. Hi, Gina and Christine and Jessica. Oh, yes, I agree. It's nice to be back. If you guys, this is your first time, I go live every single Monday at 7 o'clock Central, and we do a fun Tumbler tutorial. So I've got two tumblers prepped. I'm going to use this white tumbler with this and this black tumbler with the black, because I'm going to do black glitter with the black V-split. And I'm going to do what I think I'm going to do. You guys can tell me if you think that these look okay. I'm going to do a lilac and then this like kind of gold chunky with this one here. I think it will look really good. I'm going to do, well, when we'll get into it. So there's so many different like ways you can do a V-split. It really just is getting like a V shape with your vinyl or your pattern. I actually have a tutorial on the channel with like plaid on the top and wood grain on the bottom. So like you can mix and match literally whatever you want. So for this one with the black, we'll do this one first. I am going to just do like two colors. So I'm actually going to take this pattern. I have to cut this still. But I'm going to take it so this is like almost the entire cup, and then I'm gonna do the black on the other side. Okay, so it's gonna be just two colors, which is kind of one way to do it. And then and I'll talk through it, but a lot of people do like vinyl details around there. And then this particular one, I'm gonna bring it up a little bit more. And I am going to do the V-split, like the V with the vinyl. And then I'm going to do a section with that gold vinyl and then, or with the gold glitter, and then I'm going to do the other section with purple. So it's going to be vinyl, a strip of the gold glitter, and then that lilac glitter on the other side. So I think that will be super fun. You have so many options. I've also seen people like wrap the entire cup in their vinyl and then just take out one little strip of like a V in here and then do glitter, just like a strip of glitter. So you've got vinyl on the front and the back. So you can, there's so many options. How do I get a black base besides spray paint? To get a black base besides spray paint, I would base coat your tumbler with a darker gray paint, or any gray is fine too. I like to use the slate gray Flippin' Awesome paint, and then I will do a few coats of black gloss. This is spray paint, but then you can do a few coats of the black gloss and you have a nice black base coat. You can just do black gloss right on the stainless as well, but I think it helps get it there faster if you do that like darker gray paint first. Okay, so the first thing I'm gonna do is get my measuring tape, and I'm gonna see how like far down I want this vinyl to go. I want it to come down pretty far down, probably like 7 inches, because I want that V to be pretty close to the bottom. So if you put vinyl over an entire cup, is it still necessary to prep with sanding and a base coat? You absolutely need to sand, because you're going to be putting bright tone, I use bright tone, or whatever top coat you're going to be using is going to go over that vinyl, so that needs something to adhere to. I personally recommend doing a base coat because when you prep, you take off the factory coating, which leaves it susceptible to rusting, and you don't want that. So I think I'm just going to cut this in half actually, and then I'm gonna cut it from there. So I recommend doing a base coat. That's why I have a base coat on here, just because, I don't know, there's something about the like vinyl, like you don't want any rust kind of coming up underneath it, and so I don't like to take any chances. So I'm gonna just fold this in half, and then I'm going to cut it, and I'm just gonna use my scissors because I don't feel like going to get my paper cutter, and I'm gonna trim off the top anyway. Can I use acrylic paint? If you want to use acrylic paint, you really need to have a primer down first, because acrylic paint, 1, does not adhere to metal, and 2, has no rust inhibitors. So that whole thing with the rust, it can rust if you just put acrylic right on your tumbler. So if you do a primer, like either spray paint or this is a universal white, you can paint acrylic paint over it. That's the wrong cup. Okay. So let's see how this looks. Okay, so like obviously I don't need all of this, and my cup ends like here, so this is like more than I need, but I think I'm gonna do it like this. I think that's a good spot, maybe a little bit further down. But I have like several inches that I can cut off the top, so I am actually going to cut a little bit more off just to make my life easier. Okay, so then, yeah, I just want to make sure this is going to go on straight. If you buy pre-sanded cups, do you have to sand again? It really depends on the cup, but I've always found that when I used to buy them pre-sanded, they would need to be sanded just a little bit more, because They were really, really rough, and the pre-sanded cups, they do not sand the bottom. I mean, if you're getting them from where I used to get them, which I think is the only place, they don't even sand the bottom at all. So you do at least have to sand the bottom. So I'd sand the bottom and then go ahead and just do like a quick sand over the rest of it to even it out. Okay, so I am going to use some tape to get this anchored, just so it doesn't move, because I just want this to be straight up and down before I go ahead and get this going. So that looks, I think it looks fine. Yeah, probably. You'd have to, like, you mean like cut this one in half? Honestly, probably. Let's try it. So if we cut it like, you mean like fold it like this and cut it in half? So that would get me like right here, which is actually a really pretty good length. So let's try it. So if I were to cut this again, we've got 2 more triangles. This one you might want to use a paper cutter for, because now this is like on the edge. So like this one comes up a little bit higher than like what I personally wanted for this tumbler, but it totally, well, maybe we'll just use this one. It looks fine. I did want to come a little bit lower, you know? So yeah, but I'll save these and probably, you know, do more. So I'm going to use this one that was a little bit bigger. All right, how was everybody's week? It's been cold here. It was warmer today at like 30 degrees. It felt really warm. Let me know if you got like a lot of snow. I know there were a lot of places getting snow. And I'm just going to take this tape and put it down just to hold this in place. Yeah, and I mean, you have that other big triangle, but you could use it for other things too. I mean, it doesn't have to stay a triangle either, right? Like you could totally like cut it into strips, or I like to use like vinyl like this on keychains. So I am going to cut just a little teeny bit off of this edge and put it down, anchor it, and then I'm going to take this tape off and do the rest. No snow in South Carolina, 60s today, snowy tomorrow. Classic. 60s sound so nice, 70s sound so nice. Sue's like, it's warmer in Minnesota. It's probably like 20 degrees. Jessica is buried under 2 feet of snow. Yep. Okay, so now I probably should have kept a little bit of tape on here, but it's fine. I am going to use my squeegee tool here to press it down as we go. You can see this side, like that extra vinyl is just hanging off the edge because it's coming off. 17 hours in my studio working on my challenge stuff. Yay! I've seen so many posts in our Facebook group with people just like knocking out these amazing tumblers from last week, just being inspired, and it's been so fun. Okay, so that actually went on pretty well. So this is hanging over the top, and I am going to trim it. And you have lots of options. I have this like edging tool, but it's a little bit higher than I want. So I'm actually just going to kind of fold this over the edge and get it nice and stuck, like up to the edge. And then I'm going to trim it with my knife, which I hate doing because I hate X-Acto knives. But I don't feel like messing with this thing, if I'm being honest. This might be my favorite tumbler you've ever made. Me too. Let's hope I don't mess it up with the glitter portion. But I am very, very excited about it. And I'm just going to take my knife and trim off the top here. You have so many different options as far as like how you trim your vinyl. Just be careful. And then you can peel it off of the inside when you're done. But I'm really bad with X-Acto knives. So the other thing you could do is like trim it with your knife or use the actual like cup trimmer thing, or you could cut it in advance like so the top lays where you want it to lay. And I'm actually going to kind of like angle my knife a little bit, okay, like this. Wait, here we go. Kind of like this, so I can expose a little bit of the stainless up here, so I don't have any issues with it coming up, you know what I mean? Like, I want my bright tone to fully stick to the tumbler, so I like to have just a little bit of space there. So I'm going to kind of angle my knife down just a little bit to trim. Okay, I'm sorry I can't show you a better angle, but it's either this or I chop off my finger, so it's best to have a very sharp knife. It will make your life easier. So if you don't have any extra blades for your knife, you should definitely get some. And mine's kind of dull, so it's like not doing the best job, but it's okay. So I'm just going around again because I have a dull knife. You can see it's just picking up like a little bit of that vinyl. Just to get like a teeny tiny little bit exposed, and then I'm just going to take my finger and make sure I don't have any wrinkles. Okay, what type of printer you use? I have a laser printer, but I am not in love with it. So I think it's a Brother. I mean, it's like fine. It's fine. It's good enough. I feel like, Sue, you have a laser printer you really like if you want to share that. And I think Jessie has one. You have that really nice one. I don't know. Any printer is fine. Honestly, whatever printer you have is the one you should use. Because printers are expensive. And yeah. Okay. Wow. I'm obsessed. Okay. Let's get ready for some glitter. Or should we do the vinyl for the other one? We should do the vinyl for the other one before we go ahead and get glitter everywhere. So this one I'm going to do a little bit differently because I don't want my vinyl to come as far down, okay? I want it to stay kind of up at the top, just enough so it can kind of overlap up here, but not like a lot. So I'm going to measure again. I think that'll be good. Kind of like right here. So that's what I'm going to do smaller, only to my thumb. I lost my tape measure. How? the heck? This is why I can't have nice things, including a tape measure I've had for probably 20 years. Just kidding, maybe 15. Okay. I'm literally like, I don't know. Okay. Well, let's just go ahead and do a little makeshift measuring here. Okay, here's a piece of transfer tape. I'm going to cut it on this line. And this will be my measuring guide. So if you don't have a measuring tape, here you go. Just find something that you can cut, okay, to the right size. But like, it's very concerning that I just had it. Like, did I put it in the garbage? You know what? Whatever. I know, like, where, like, literally, like, I haven't moved. How did it disappear? Oh, well, that's fine. Like, it makes no sense. Whatever. I'm only slightly annoyed. Okay, so I want it to be, like, this long, okay? I'm gonna try to put it so it's, like, straight. This piece of transfer tape, though, has, like, guides, so I'm sort of, like, making sure that my lines match up. And now, I'm probably going to cut it a little bit longer. I'm just going to take this knife. And score that line. And now I'll cut it. So, it's fine. It's fine. I'm just so confused. But we will make it work. Improvising is my best friend. And you know what? You know what, you guys? I didn't lose it on purpose. I wanted to show you how you could do it without a measuring tape. That was like totally planned. And I'm going to stop looking for it. Otherwise, I'm going to drive myself crazy. Okay, so here we have our other piece of vinyl. Ooh, I cut it a little too short, I think. That's okay. This'll work. It'll work. Okay, because then we'll have a strip here, and then the rest will be just fine. Okay, so just like the last one, I'm going to tape it down. Okay, constantly losing things after I just set it down. Okay, good. You know what, you guys? I'm really glad I'm not alone. Tape measures or scissors of Christmas wrapping paper. Yeah. Or like the tape that I know I bought, but I just can't seem to find. Okay, I'm just using this blue tape to anchor this vinyl. And so I can put it down. So I'm going to just do this hinge, and which means I just peel back just like a little bit. Okay, Jesse's laser printer is the Canon LBP whatever. So anybody looking for one, that's a good one. Okay. This does not want to work. I like peeled off part of the backing with it. All right, there we go, there we go. There we go. Okay. Okay, so I will say Selene, for a while, I had an inkjet printer forever. but we did have a black and white laser printer in the house. Like my husband had it. So I used that for any of the images I just wanted in black and white, which I actually feel like I used quite a bit. They're a lot less expensive, but again, you can only print black and white images when you do that. So just something to keep in mind. It is a lot less expensive, but hey Google, stop. Hold on, you guys. My kids are screaming and the monitor is still open. Okay, there we go. Okay, so same thing. I'm just taking this and I like to press it as I go. It really helps with any potential bubbles. If you have issues, I feel like this vinyl, wherever she prints it, I don't know, from North 80, I really like it. It's really easy to work with. I feel like, you know, bubbles are minimal when I use it, but if that is something you struggle with, I recommend using the wet method. It'll just kind of make the process take just a little bit longer because you have to let it dry before you peel, like before you put anything on top. But if you do get bubbles, you can take a knife, like an X-Acto knife, and just like cut, like poke a teeny tiny hole into it. Yeah, I'm sorry about that. And then you can rub it out. So that is another way to help with bubbles. But when you hinge it and really press it down like all the way around, I feel like I get very minimal bubbles. But I also use this squeegee tool that has like felt on the end. You can get these on Amazon. I think I have it in my Amazon link that's underneath all of my YouTube videos. North 80 takes a quarter of my paycheck. I mean, for real. I love all of the patterns. I want them all always. She just has like more unique patterns, like some of the other suppliers of printed vinyl. Not that there's anything wrong with them. They just all kind of use the same images. So I like that she has a little bit more of a unique collection. Okay. Do the same thing with the knife, and then we will get to glittering, I promise. So if you want, okay, so Sue says she loves her HP printer. And then if you want to make the color images, yeah, you're going to want one that prints in color. They're bigger, like the color ones are bigger than the black and white ones, like size-wise, and they're more expensive, but obviously then you can print everything you need. Kim, my shop is open now. AlisonSullivan.co.co/shop if you want, or you can just get to the shop from there. But the shop is open, so if you guys need any adapters or cup cradles, those are available. Oops. Do I use paper at all? I do. I love using scrapbook paper. I did a live stream. Was that the last live stream, you guys? I can't even remember. Oh no, we did the wine glasses last time. So 3 weeks ago I did the scrapbook paper. Hi, Robbie. Hello. Okay. We're almost there. I have to go slow so I don't slice my finger, and I recommend you all do the same. Okay? We don't need any trips to the hospital because of a craft knife injury, especially during these times. We don't need to be taking up room in the hospital. Hello from Costa Rica. I love both my pen adapters. I love them too. If you guys make pens, 10 out of 10, I recommend the adapter. If you do Hydro Sport water bottles, I think that my adapter is really, really great. Designed and 3D printed by myself with these 3D printers back here. Okay, we're ready for glitter. Wow, I feel like that took forever. Okay. So here we're at. If you're joining late, we've got 2 vinyls on our tumblers. We're going to do 2 glitters on this one and 1 glitter on this one. And I will talk through sort of some of the different options that we have. So, which one should we do first? Oh, hi, Mom. Hello. You guys are so funny. Guys, my mom's here. Which one should we do first? I'm a proud owner of a ton of scrapbook paper after that live. Connie, you guys, it's turning out so good. Let me show you while you guys decide. Here is that one of the scrapbook papers is right here. I ended up putting glitter on it, which I think looks so good. So this is scrapbook paper. And this one is just chilling. It's got bright tone on it, so it's nice and shiny. But I'm still kind of trying to think about what I want to do. Black and white, black and white. Okay, great. So I am going to tape off this edge so I don't get glitter on this line. Oh my, I just checked out North 80. I know, you guys, I'm sorry. Like, I really try to be conscious of how many times I recommend that you buy things, because I just know how easy it is to spend just like an insane amount of money. But some things I can't hold back, and North 80 is one of them. Okay, so I'm just taping this off because I want to glitter the rest, but again, I don't want it to be super messy. It doesn't need to be like a absolute perfect line, because most people put like a little strip of vinyl at like the seam, which I likely will do as well, or nail tape or something like that. But you still don't want it to be like bad, because if you just wanted like a thin strip, you don't want to like have to go bigger because your glitter line is messy. You know what I mean? So it doesn't have to be absolutely perfect, but okay. All right, I am going to use glitter glue today, you guys. I know I don't do that very often, but I know a lot of you are here every week, and a lot of you like pay attention to what I say, but I did this chunky glitter, and I only sanded 1 time and did 1 coat of bright tone, and like it's not like quite ready for decals, but I applied this chunky glitter with glitter glue, and now I think I might have to do that from now on. I don't know. We will see. We will see how it goes. But that's where I'm at. So I'm actually going to use a little bit of chunky and fine. So I'm going to use glitter glue, and then I'm going to fade just a little bit of chunky. Not a lot, just a little, and then I'm going to put the fine glitter over the rest, because I think it will give it a nice kind of little texture, because it's just 1 vinyl and 1 glitter. I just think bringing in like that extra element will be good. So now I'm looking for the brushes that I brought over here, or apparently failed to bring over, but that's okay. I got one right here. This is just a Wet n Wild brush. I go between that, the Taklon brush, the CrystaLac brushes. Honestly, whatever I have close by is what I'll use. But I do like if I'm painting a base coat, I always use the CrystaLac brushes. So this is just the CrystaLac glitter glue. And I'm going to brush it out so it is nice and smooth. If you have like clumps of glitter glue, okay, so let me show you. If I put on a little bit more right here, and I were just gonna leave it like that, you're gonna see those ridges in your glitter. So you wanna make sure that you brush it out as much as you can. You can see it better on a black base, but like if you're on a colored base, you'll almost like not be able to see the glue at all once you get it completely smooth. You just want to make sure, because if it's not smooth, your glitter's not going to be smooth. Okay, so just brush it out. It's not going to be perfect. Like you can obviously still see the glue, but it is good enough. Kim, I miss crafting with you too. Okay, so I'm just going to take a little bit of this chunky. This is called Black Pearl. It's just a little holographic chunky, and I'm going to just let it kind of fade down this cup. I'm not doing a lot. I don't want a lot of chunky. Just gonna do enough so I can see it. And this is like a medium chunky. It's like barely chunky. I vote Kim once a month on live. You know what, Kim? I like that idea. I actually, oh, it's upstairs, but I just took a picture outside. I'm gonna post it tomorrow of the fabric tumbler that you made, or the one of them that you helped me make, the one that you glittered, and it looks so good. Okay, now I'm just pouring on my black glitter. North 80, yes, is an Etsy shop. North 80 on Etsy. Her name is Heidi, but her shop is called North 80, and she sells all sorts of vinyls that are absolutely gorgeous. Okay, and I got a lot of chunky pieces kind of sticking up, so I'm just going to take my finger and tap them down. Because there's nothing worse. I mean, okay, there's a lot worse, but in the Tumbler world, there's nothing worse than chunky glitter sticking up. It just takes too long. I'm gonna probably need a second coat because, I don't know, maybe not. Yeah, I probably will, but I think it's gonna look really good, right? This blue will be gone, and it will just kind of come up right on this black. And then eventually, I'll probably just do like a little strip, maybe of gold, maybe silver. I don't know, like just like a thin little strip of vinyl. We can decide, maybe rose gold. Oh my gosh, so many options. I'm not going to pull the tape right now because I really do think I'm going to need a second coat of glitter. I feel like I just did not get this black. Like I like the holographic, but sometimes it's like very, very fine. So it usually needs a second coat. Okay. I think that one's going to be amazing. Let me clean this up. Silver, silver, silver. Yeah. I agree with all of you. If you are not following me on Instagram, make sure you follow me on Instagram because maybe I'll do a poll once it is ready and you guys can help me decide officially, but I do agree that silver will look good. And so last week during the challenge, where we were just talking about Tumbler design and just kind of really figuring out how to be inspired and getting inspiration, all of those things. I was like, I want to do a black and white Tumbler, like 100%. So I'm super excited about it. Okay. Let's move on to the next one. Red strip of vinyl. Brenda, I think red would look really good too. There's so many options. Okay, so now for this one, I'm going to do my tape a little bit differently because I am going to do I'm actually going to just put this down as like a placeholder first. But I'm actually going to put, this is rolling away. I am actually going to put the tape on the paint because I want a strip of glitter where this tape is. Like this. Okay. I'll trim that in a second. Holographic red would look good. Yeah. Okay, Belle's Creative Craft Design. Well, you can follow me on TikTok. I'm in like Facebook groups, but I don't have like an actual Facebook page because I don't like Facebook. Okay. Now I'm just going to trim. Oh no, I put this one on the wrong spot. That's why it was weird. I love that parchment paper. So these are parchment paper sheets. Like they come already ripped or like already in a sheet. I get them from Target. Sometimes my grocery store has them, but usually I get them at Target. So then I don't have to like cut it or deal with anything annoying. I really like them. Wow, this feels like it's taking me a very long time. Okay, so there we go. Yes, Jamie, you are right. You are right. You're okay. So when I see your comments, it's like 15 seconds like delayed. So that's funny. Like by the time you commented that, I was already like fixing it. Okay, so this part is gonna be gold. And this part is gonna be lilac. And I think because I already have this taped down, I'm just going to go ahead and do the lilac right now. And I hadn't figured out like what glitters I was going to do earlier, like ahead of time, but I probably would have base coated this tumbler with a purple paint that like I would have probably used this Purple Delight Flippin' Awesome paint, or because I knew I would want like a purple, but I just wasn't ready. I wasn't doing things in advance. So I was going to, I'm going to get something real fast. Hang on. I'm going to mix glitter glue in here with a little bit of the Flippin' Awesome paint. You can add your glitter right to the wet paint. I just sometimes think that I get better coverage when I do the paint, you know, like when I don't do it just on the paint. But it's totally like personal preference. So with the Flippin' Awesome, you want to shake it up real well. Yes, Leslie, you can absolutely use the paint to adhere the glitter, but sometimes me personally, feel like it's not my favorite. Not that it's bad. I just think we all kind of figure out what we like the best through practice. So I'm going to put a little paint in here. Oh, I think this is never been opened. Brand new. Oh no, it's just maybe a little dry. Well, ooh, it's a little like maybe I didn't close this all the way. Whoops. So I'm going to put a little glitter glue in here and the paint, and I'm going to mix it together. And it looks like a little weird because the glue obviously is white, but it will dry clear. Shaking the Flippin' Awesome paints can, yes, be difficult. That's why I always like smack it on my hand, or sometimes I'll do it on the table. I just like turn it around and like do this way and this way. But you really got to shake them up to get them to combine. The other thing you can do is like, I don't know about it, with the small ones it's kind of hard, but like if you take like a skewer or something and you can like stir it up to make it your life a little bit easier. Okay. Let me just move this out of the way. And I'm going to paint this on. And then I'm going to put my glitter right on top of it. Okay, are there any questions I can answer? I feel like I haven't answered too many questions tonight. So again, this one is going to have 2 color glitters. The other one was just 1. You could do, like I said, you could vinyl wrap the whole thing and then like put a piece of tape down like this and use your knife along both sides of the tape and basically remove that middle piece of the vinyl and add just like 1 strip of glitter. Does that make sense? Like you'd have the whole thing would be vinyl except for that little strip of tape that you cut away. So like that's another option. You can play around with kind of like how far down and how far up you want your vinyl to go. You don't have to use vinyl at all. You could paint a cool pattern. You can use scrapbook paper. You can use like I've done plaid on top and wood grain on the bottom. Like you could do so many different things. Wow, I haven't used this glitter in a really long time, and I think I just fell in love with it. This is Lilac. This is Lilac from Glitzy Kreations. You can use discount code Alison10 when you shop there. There's a link underneath this video as well. She's got amazing glitters, and she's just an amazing human being. So if you're in the market for some glitter, I highly recommend you support my friend Quita over at Glitzy Kreations. Oh my goodness, you guys. This looks so good. I missed a little spot. Okay, so here's what it looks like with this vinyl. Amazing. And then I'm going to see how it looks with the blue tape off, but I think that I'm going to go with this gold here. Although doing the whole thing purple would be good too. I might do a darker, chunky purple. I don't know yet. But I really like this gold. Like, I don't know if you can see it, but it kind of has like some purpley blue shimmers in it. That I think will kind of complement this very well. So I'm going to leave the tape on. And I'm going to seal it with, so I'm going to let this dry, okay? I'm going to let it dry for 4 hours. Well, I'm going to let it dry till tomorrow. But then I'll do a dry brush. Once it's dry, I'll do a second coat of glitter if I need it. And then I will actually seal this with glitter glue, and then I will remove the tape before I do this middle section. But I like to get this all taken care of, and then I will move on to that third color, or second color, excuse me. Okay, let me clean up this glitter. The color's beautiful. Place my first glitter order with glitter dipped sips. Yes, so this one is called Jewels from Glitter Dipped Sips. And then I used lilac, and the black glitters are Black Pearl and Black Magic, also from Glitzy Kreations. Both of which have amazing glitters. So if you're in the market, I've got links underneath this video. And I'm going to have to use this lilac more often, I think. So let's recap. We've got vinyl. We got one glitter. We're going to put a second glitter where this blue tape is. And then here we've got our black and white vinyl and just one glitter. And it'll meet at the vinyl. So this will be it as far as glitter goes for this tumbler. And then we'll have to be determined what color vinyl strip we do. To be determined. So do you guys have any questions about... I can't get over this glitter. Like, look at how shiny it is. Do you guys have any questions about V-splits? I have no idea what we're going to do next week. My community members will decide. We will see. Here's an update on the wine glasses from last time. Oh, I'm getting a bunch of bright tone in there, so I'll have to figure that out. But here's that peekaboo we did. It's not quite done, but since this one's just for me, I probably honestly won't even go that much further. I'll probably do like one more sand and then call it a day. And then I've got this one that I think I'm going to do the butterfly here because it was Encanto inspired by Maribel's dress, or skirt, I should say. So those are from last week. If today was your first live stream, we will be back next week. I'm not 100% sure what we're going to do, but I will let you know. How about gray, white, and black trio for the vinyl strips on the black one? I think that would look amazing, Leslie. We're going to have to try that for sure. Not as hard as I thought it would be. Yeah, they're actually really simple. And like using vinyl, like patterned vinyl, it just does so much of the work for you because it's already patterned, you know? Like you don't have to do too much. You just buy it like that. But, you know, you could do 3 different glitters. There's so many options. When you do the gold glitter, will you tape off again? Yeah, so likely I'll put tape for sure over the vinyl. I might just be careful at the edge here, but you could also put a piece of tape down just to be careful with the glitters and like contamination and stuff. But it really depends. Like if you like trust yourself to paint really nicely in this line, you don't have to tape it off, but I'll definitely tape on the vinyl. I'm super excited about both of these. super excited. I don't know who's going to get them, but we'll see. I feel like my mom, if my mom is still watching, she probably really likes this one. If I had to guess, I don't know. Okay, are there any other questions? Well, as always, I am so thankful that you spent your Monday evening with me. I thought this was so fun. I go live every Monday at 7 o'clock, so make sure you are subscribed so you don't miss those notifications. I usually post like on my YouTube community page too with a link, so you can get right there. And if you're not following me on Instagram, make sure you follow me on Instagram too, because I post a lot on my stories, sort of like behind the scenes and in progress cups, you know, because sometimes, you know, I spend an hour with you and then these cups almost kind of disappear because I just work on them off of the live. Okay, Kim volunteers for the black one. Okay, you have my other favorite cup that I've made, Kim. That pencil tumbler was one of my other favorites. I hope you all have a wonderful week ahead, and I'm so thankful that you are all here. Tina, not quite yet, but maybe like a month or two. I'm working on a few things, but I will, as soon as I know, you will know. Thank you so much, you guys. Have a wonderful, wonderful week, and I will see you next week.